Domani piove. Tomorrow it will rain. Here we have an impersonal verb. In episode 35, we talked about the si impersonale construction. So when we have si plus the verb conjugated in the third person singular or plural. Impersonal verbs instead don't need the si, and in a way they have the same meaning as the si impersonale, but they are constructed differently. And there is one specific category of verbs in Italian that are considered impersonal verbs. Let's see this today together. Ciao e bentornati, welcome back. Mi chiamo Margherita e sono l'host di questo podcast. Download your guide at italianmatters.com/41. If you need a refresher on the si impersonale construction, which is a topic that goes together with what we are talking about today, scroll down to episode 35 and download your guide at italianmatters.com/35. So, what are impersonal verbs in Italian? These are verbs that don't have a subject and were only used in the third person singular. So this is the main difference between the si impersonale construction and impersonal verbs. The si impersonale also doesn't specify a subject, but we can have both the third person singular and plural. Impersonal verbs instead only use the third person singular. More specifically in Italian, these are the verbi atmosferici. In English, atmospheric weather verbs. While in English there is that it, tomorrow it will rain, in Italian there is no subject. Domani piove. It's simply the verb piove from piovere in the impersonal form third person singular. The verbs that are impersonal in Italian are those that refer to weather, and they are piovere, piove, it's raining. Piovigginare, pioviggina, it's drizzling. Grandinare, grandina, it's hailing. Nevicare, nevica, it's snowing. Diluviare, diluvia, it's pouring. Tuonare, tuona, it's thundering. Fioccare, fiocca, it's snowing a lot. Spiovere with an S. Spiovere, spiove, it stops raining. Remember that in the passato prossimo, so the past tense, these verbs can use both essere and avere. Originally, the rule was that they only use essere, but in recent years, avere has been used as well, especially when we are specifying the duration of the atmospheric event. For example, ieri ha nevicato tutto il giorno. Yesterday it snowed all day. Here I'm specifying how long it has been snowing, and the auxiliary verb that I'm using is ha. But it is also correct and accepted today to say ieri è nevicato tutto il giorno. So both essere and avere can be used. Other verbs that are also impersonal are those that indicate a necessity or an occurrence. For example, accadere, accade, it happens. Sembrare, sembra, it seems. Parere, pare, it seems. Bisognare, bisogna, it is necessary. Importare, importa, it matters. Occorrere, occorre, it needs. And note here that I'm not saying si occorre. That would be incorrect. These verbs don't work with the si impersonale construction. Instead, they work by themselves as impersonal verbs in the third person singular, occorrere, occorre. These verbs instead, in the past tense, the passato prossimo, only use the auxiliary verb essere. Let's see some examples with these impersonal verbs. Bisogna pulire. The translation in English here would be it is necessary to clean. Sembra che sia importante bere molta acqua. Sembra is the impersonal verb here, and the translation in English is drinking a lot of water seems to be important. Occorre prendere i farmaci all'ora giusta. The medicines need to be taken at the correct time. In English, we are flipping the sentence a little bit. We are putting a subject there, the medicines. In Italian, instead, the impersonal verbs do not use a subject. Quindi, per riassumere quello di cui abbiamo parlato oggi, in Italian, atmospheric weather verbs are used in the third person singular with no specific subject. While in English there is an it, in Italian there is no correspondence, no subject, and these are called impersonal verbs. There are also other verbs that are impersonal, and those are the verbs that indicate a necessity or an occurrence. Remember, impersonal verbs do not take the particle si that we have in the si impersonale construction. Grazie mille di aver imparato un po' di italiano con me oggi. Thank you for learning some Italian with me today. I will see you again next giovedì prossimo. Ciao!